Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. My name is Josh and I run the GPU Abuse website and gaming channel. Today we are going to be taking a look at the brand new Logitech C922 ProStream webcam. Now it says right in the name, it's pretty much optimized for streaming. That's what they created it around. I don't do much of that. I did try either yesterday or the day before I tried streaming, but the internet providers that we have around here are not that great. I live in Ohio, so I get 2 megabit per second download or upload speed, and I think I got 15 in a download, so it's kind of rough out here. I could stream if I wanted to, but with online games it would really lag me down. Single player maybe not so much, but 720p at 60 FPS would be kind of hard to achieve without any kind of buffering or latency issues. But honestly guys, this webcam, the only reason I personally got it is because Logitech gave me a discount to purchase this product with, and I broke my old webcam. I'm sure you guys either seen the video, and if you haven't you can search for it on my channel, or maybe I'll link it, but I broke my old webcam, which was also made by Logitech, and I really like that one. It was much more expensive than this. It was the Logitech C950, which is a webcam that uses the remote, and I didn't need to move and adjust this one. And this one, of course, looks like a lot of their previous webcams. It does come with a tripod that I'm using it right now. It extends, it extends, but not very high. It has 3 little extension things that I would say maybe a little less than a foot. So it's not that high, but really, for me and where I sit, that's a pretty good distance. You can raise it up, down. You can't go from left to right without moving the tripod like that. Well, I guess you could do it like that, but that's on the tripod itself, not actually on the webcam. It does have a little clasp to where you can hook it on your monitor, but for me, that sits my monitor is way up here, so that doesn't necessarily work for me unless I'm doing an overhead angle view, I guess. The thing that sucks about that though is, again, it moves up and down, but on the actual, when it's attached to the monitor, you can't move it left or right without moving the whole monitor itself. So that's kind of a bummer. I wish they had that little swivel, but let's get to some of the positives. It is 720p 60 fps, and that really got my attention. I was like, you know what, that's pretty cool. 60 fps does make a difference. I do wish it was 1080p, but you know what, not too big of a deal. Right now you're watching this video in 1080p 30 fps. Like I said, it's optimized for streaming, so if streaming is your thing and you can deal with the 720p, that is awesome. I think for streaming that would definitely work. For recording it's a little different, depending on where you live, especially like me. I can't do no 1080p 60 fps anyway. I could hardly do 720p 30 fps. So that is pretty cool that they implemented that for streaming. And honestly, there's not many 60 FPS webcams out there. I could only find 2, and they're both relatively new. The other one's made by Razer. It's the Stargazer, which I'm trying to get my hands on. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it has the background replacement, but I don't really have a green screen or any other color solid screen. I've got this I got this gray sheet back here, but I'll show you guys what it looked like for me. They call that a chroma key. And that's basically where it cuts you out, and then the background can be whatever you want. Say it's the background of your gameplay, so it would make it look like you got a little cutout around you, and then the background can blend into whatever. For me personally, that I could do without that, but hey, I guess it's cool that they have it. It is pretty fuzzy though, from my experience. You might have a better experience with it. I don't know. Could be the color shirt I'm wearing. Could be a lot of reasons. Could be because my microphone's on screen. You just never know. It says that it captures stereo audio from every angle. I did test it. I don't know if I'm really going to share that on here because it's nothing to write home about. Alright guys, this is me using the C922 microphone. So here's your sound test. Yeah, I tried it, and it sounds like your basic webcam built-in microphone. All right, it's not that great, and I would suggest if you are, this is made for streaming, and I mean I use it for recording, but if you are doing recording or streaming, if you're using this for anything except for a conference or like a Skype chat or something, you can either use your microphone that's built into your headset or a microphone like this. USB microphone would work just fine. It doesn't need to be anything expensive, but the microphones that are built into webcams are usually not that great. This one was okay. I mean, I'm personally not going to use it. And then pretty much the other thing is the tripod, and I have the measurements right here, 18.5 centimeters. So really, I can't see anywhere where it tells me how many megapixels it is, so I can't tell you that. All I know, I'll show you the quality difference between 720p 30 FPS and 1080p, or 720p 60 FPS and 1080p 30 FPS. The only other thing that's really good about this webcam is it comes with a 3-month subscription to XSplit, and XSplit is an awesome software. So it's made for recording games, and it is really smooth in your games too. I noticed sometimes when I'm using Bandicam or PlayClaw or anything like that, I've noticed that sometimes it can really slow down my gameplay. But with XSplit, it seems to go a little bit smoother. You don't get that frame rate drop as intense, Whenever you're using a webcam, you're gonna get a little bit of frame drops. There's no doubt about that. But let's see here. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the quality. So, like I said before, you are watching in 1080p right now, 30 FPS. So we're just gonna zoom in on my hand. You can see all the dry skin. You can see where I chew my nails. You can see, I mean, it's got some really good, exceptional quality. You can see every pimple on my face. Fantastic. Never started getting pimples until the age 24. Go figure. Yeah, Trump notifications all the time. I hate it. Alright, so yeah, I would say that is some awesome quality. It really is. Hey, let's even take a look at the back of the phone. Say I was reviewing a cell phone case. Yeah, you can really see all the details. So yeah, it even has like a little depth of field too when it's focusing. My face is all blurry, but it does a good job on focusing. Let's put it that way. So if we switch, and I'm going to make a quick switch right here, so bear with me, but we're going to switch to 720p 60 FPS. Let me do also a wave so you can compare the motion, because 60 FPS, if you know what you're looking for, you'll see that it's much smoother. So if I go like this, right, a little bit slower. Alright, I'm going to switch to 720p. Alright guys, so you can see me in 720p 60 FPS. I'm sure if you know what you're looking for, you'll see a difference right off the bat. I'm not as smooth, but if you're on a 720p monitor, it might be different, but where you're probably watching the video in 1080p, you probably see it's a little blurry. It does still focus very nice. It's weird because my face looked really blurry, and then it still focuses really good. Like if I was doing a cell phone case review, the details are still there. You could do it without a doubt. You can still see everything nice and clear. Alright, so there's that. And then I'll just do the whole wave test again, and you tell me. I mean, if you know what you're looking for, you'll notice it's a lot smoother. And I'm going at the same speed. I'll go a little faster just in case. But yeah, I mean, it's the motions are much more fluid, and that's why 60 FPS is popular these days. I'm really glad to see that 60 FPS webcams are starting to hit the market. This was personally something I was looking for at least a year ago, and now finally they're starting to hit the market. YouTube has optimized their website for uploading 60 FPS videos, and yeah, it's just really nice to see 60 FPS webcams, and it's really going to be the future, you know what I mean? So yeah, I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you thought this video was awesome, give it a thumbs up. If you absolutely hated it, give it a thumbs down and let me know why. I'd like to improve when I can. So yeah, thanks a lot guys, and as always, I hope to see you next time. Adios.